Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to Winter Wonderland for a lot of folks in eastern and northeastern North Carolina. And let's see, let's include Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach in on that. They got a lot of snow as well yesterday and still snowing in some parts this morning. We got official, still a chance of some scattered showers and snow showers throughout the morning. So let's just be aware of that. Looks like I'm getting a lot of information from a lot of different people, too, talking about road conditions around the area. They vary wildly. If you're on the Outer Banks, the bypass there, 158, looking pretty good because we didn't get as much snow on the Outer Banks. We saw snow falling, but it wasn't sticking because the temperature was just a little too warm. And the roads have been treated very well. NCDOT did a good job getting all those ready for us here on the Outer Banks. And they do the same up and down 168 into Currituck, 64 going out to the west. And, of course, places like Edenton and Hartford and Elizabeth City. All of those people west and north of the Sounds, they got a lot of snow. To the south of the Albemarle Sound through Columbia, Cresswell, Roper, Plymouth, you got snow too, a little on the lighter side. But you got it, and your road conditions are going to reflect it this morning. That is for sure. Now, some of you might be up. Good morning, Perrin. Good morning to you. How are you? If you're trying to listen to 102.5 FM this morning, which is the radio station that this show is on, we had a power outage at one of our sites last night that's still ongoing that crippled a little bit of the coverage area that we've got this morning. So late last night, the power went out, and earlier, middle of the night last night, or early this morning, we were able to get some backup systems going and get some coverage, radio off the air coverage in some parts of our listening area. So the cool part is we now have this new technology. And I say that in a very loose sense because it's not that new anymore. But we have the internet, we've got smartphones, and we've got apps, cell phone coverage. And so we stream on those platforms. And you can check it out there, as you do a lot of different times. So there's at least another way to get 102.5 The Shark. So that's kind of what happened. It's still ongoing. Mike, how you doing out there in Jamesville? And let's see, Mike in Virginia Beach, Norfolk area. How are you doing this morning, man? Whoo. I saw Cantori on the Weather Channel last night. He did you guys good. Made a big splash yesterday. Stopped at a couple of eateries during the day and starstruck some folks, I guess, and did some spots on the Weather Channel from Virginia Beach last night. He was playing in the snow. How much did you guys get where your house is in Virginia? And Lisa, good morning to you. How are you? Okay. That's right, Perrin. It was about 4:15 ish. We started the backup systems going, and they're still in place for 102.5 on FM. And it's not complete coverage as we would like for it to be, but at least we do have our apps and the internet. You can listen live at 1025theshark.com. All right, so Mike in Virginia, he's saying 10 inches at his house. Whew, that's a pretty good snow, man. That really, really is. What if that's anywhere near the record for you, for folks in Hampton Roads? I know Wavy TV last night, I watched some of those guys out there talking about the totals. I think Oceana had a shot at a foot, and that was about 10 o'clock last night. It was still snowing. They had 10 point some inches of snow, and they were thinking maybe a foot before it was all said and done. See, Gary, check it in from Ocala, Florida. 57 right now in Florida. Let's see, had a little chill last night. I guess so. Thought you saw Charlie with the weatherman in Virginia. Charlie the weather dog. Is he moonlighting? Is he doing stuff on the side? Is he syndicated now? What's going on? I thought Charlie was our weather dog. I don't think it was him, man. I don't think so. I did see a picture of his tarp yesterday. Victoria sent that to me. They had the tarp laying out in the yard. Pretty big tarp. Nice blue one until it started snowing on it. But what they do is, if you know about this, Charlie likes grass. Doesn't like snow. And he doesn't go well on snow. Plus, he's white. He might get lost. His fur is just white as snow. So they got the tarp out there, and once it stops snowing, what they do is they pull the tarp up, and now he's got a nice little green spot to go out. That's pretty cool. Baltimore, I know you guys were so close. DC and Baltimore, I was just maybe 30, 40 miles south of you guys. That's the closest I saw of any precipitation. Bethy in Florida, good morning. How are you doing? Got some rain yesterday, and she's happy about that. Awesome. Yeah. Great. Tammy Blythe won. I had her as a winner, and I had her ready. I was ready to talk about it, and I got some new information on road conditions about 7:30, and I forgot about Tammy and to congratulate her. But I did about 10, 15 minutes later. We got that out there. But she knew. The answer was leave your Christmas lights up for Tough Trivia this morning. Okay, and we got, hey, Todd. Good morning to you, buddy. Welcome. Okay, Edenton, 5.5 inches. Roads are still covered. Yeah. Route 17, one lane with ice. I saw some webcam pictures, and some roads are not in great shape at all. And we all understand that. NCDOT is doing what they can. Again, you have to remember, I forget how many is it? 18 counties, 12 counties, 18 counties in their region in an area that it doesn't normally snow. So, no, they don't have 300 plows like maybe Baltimore might, DC. We'd understand that. They get a lot of snow. So when it does, it takes a little longer to get the job done. But that's okay. We're willing to live with it. It's all right. I think they do a great job. Tammy, there she is. There's Tammy Blythe, winner of Tough Trivia this morning. That's right. It was her. Oh, no. That's okay. Nothing like a little good fun. Bethy in Florida, Bethy B, 63. All right. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I would take 63 today. For northeastern North Carolina, it's going to be very chilly tonight. There's a cold weather advisory in effect. We're talking lows of 20 to 25 to begin with, then 30-mile-an-hour winds. Do the math with the wind chill. Stay inside. All right, we're going to talk a little bit of weather on the show this morning. Hang tight on that. We'll be right back with you. And Gina, good morning to you in Little Washington. How you doing this morning? All right, hang on. So if you're watching on a different platform than through Facebook Live this morning, thanks for joining us. This is behind the scenes look at our radio show, Waking Up with Bill and Cindy on 102.5 The Shark. And it's half live radio, half what you're watching. All right, mic's up. Your station for the killer hits 102.5 The Shark, Olivia Newton-John, and Let Me Be There. It seems like a song that Elvis would have sang to me. I know she had a big hit with it. And old Elvis, that Southern Quartet style that he had from time to time with his live shows. I could have heard that 1,000 times. Just saying. Great job from Olivia. Killer hit indeed. 8:09 it is. Bill and Cindy in the morning. Killer hits all day. Cindy on vacation, of course, and she's I think she's made it to Atlanta by now, and they're doing the Atlanta race, the NASCAR circuit. They'd like to do a couple of these before the season here gets underway, and they kind of can't get away as often as they can in the wintertime. Plus, she likes to dodge the snow, and she's done that. She is at least, she said last night it was like 40 degrees, and it felt pretty good. Just a little bit of a wet rain that they had earlier in the day, and nothing to worry about. So good for her. She'll be back with us sometime early next week. Your shark forecast, cloudy and breezy today. There's still some lingering snow showers, rain showers happening. High 34 along the coast and around freezing inland today. So not much of a melt-off day for the snow and the snow-covered roads that still are out there, and there are quite a few. Some chilly weather coming tonight. In fact, there is a cold weather advisory in effect for tonight. Clear and blustery cold with a low of around 25 along the coast and 20 inland. Winds gusting to 30 miles an hour. Do the math. The wind chills are going to be into the lower teens, maybe even lower than that tonight. So that's dangerous. Just be very careful if you have to be out. Bundle up. Mostly sunny, breezy tomorrow. A little bit of a warm up. 39 for the high right along the Outer Banks. 35 if you're inland. Temp-wise right now, 28 in Columbia, 29 in Barco, 34 in Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark. Cancellations and closings around the area, including the Outer Banks. A lot of stuff, a lot of schools either on remote learning today, which means they're at home with their little laptops and they got their internet and they're doing school at home, kind of like work at home. So interesting, but it surely does work, and it's pretty awesome. Or they're closed altogether today. So if you want a list of what is going on as far as your schools are concerned, if you don't know by now, you can go to 1025theshark.com, get that list, and any government agencies or courts or things like that that are not happening today, we'll let you know there as well. Road conditions, so right along the Outer Banks, not quite as bad as it is everywhere else. In fact, it's pretty dang good. 158 looking good. Our bypass in Dare County, Beach Road, probably just a little bit sketchier than that. And the side roads, you might still see some slush. But we didn't get nearly as much snow as north of the Albemarle Sounds or out to the west and just to the south of the Sound, too. So those areas this morning, including 168 up through Currituck, you're going to see some on-again, off-again covered roads as you go through that area, so be careful. A shortcut road over towards Elizabeth City and Camden area, you're going to see the same kind of thing all the way down through Elizabeth City. Main roads in EC are probably doing a lot better because they're city roads and they're being tended to, but the side streets are going to be a big difference there. If you have a private drive and you live on a couple of acres in that area, good luck finding your driveway. It's going to look like that. They've got quite a bit of snow. Hertford down through there, Edenton out. Let's see, get south of the Sounds there, Columbia, Cresswell, Roper, Plymouth, Williamston. You're talking some dangerous road conditions the further west you go. So just take heed. If you have to be out, go very, very slowly. We'll keep you up to date. Up within 10 minutes is Today in Music and more killer hits right now. All right then. Let's catch back up with you guys and see what you're talking about. Let me grab my next break here. See, I've got it all computerized. A lot of you folks that were here with me every morning, with Cindy and I every morning, you guys have seen this in action. But if you're a newbie with us this morning, welcome. And it's a behind the scenes look at what happens on a morning radio show. And my name is Bill Thomas. Nice to have you with us. And if you have any questions, you can follow us on Facebook as well and ride along. And you can get in on the conversation. That's what you're seeing when you see these comments pop up, like from Gina right there on your screen there. Good morning from icy Little Washington. And we got you covered there. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. So we'll catch up with this stuff here. Boom, boom, boom. Goodness gracious. All right. Wow. All right. Here we go. All right. So Gary's chimed in a few minutes ago. You know, it's cold. William is wearing long sleeves in gray and not blue. That's right. It is chilly. Chilly morning. It's kind of chilly in our control room, which is usually not the case. Usually by this time of the morning during the show, it's a little warmer. Even though we've got some great AC from R.A. Hoy, I don't like to run the AC in February unless we have to. And Gary says, congratulations to Tammy. No, You did not. You did not. Yesterday when you won, you didn't get airline tickets from Delta. As long as you left yesterday. Well, there's always a string attached in there. That's kind of funny. Let's see. Parent asks Mike. Yeah. Do you have to work today, Mike? Mike in Virginia? Didn't see respond. Wow, Gina. Idlet almost a foot. Isn't that something? I heard some areas in that different pockets got 10 inches or close to a foot. Heard Oceana and Virginia Beach was one of those as well. And certain places near Moyock too. Wow. And hey, Janice in Bear Grass this morning. Nice to have you. What kind of snow did you guys get in Bear Grass? You say snowy. How many inches did you get there? Okay. And Lori Lee's here. Lori's a regular and she's checking in. She says, good morning. Good morning to you too. You worked hard yesterday to be able to have today off, right? I hope that's the case, man. Stay home and stay warm. Mike, no work today. He's checking in. He said so somebody asked him if he worked today. I think Perrin did. And Tammy, our big winner today on Tough Trivia, telling Gary, you wouldn't lie, would you? Don't think so. Hey, Victoria, how are you doing? How are things in Hertford? Aside from chilly this morning, what do I have Hertford in at this morning? Last I checked, let's see what we got here. Hertford, 24. Might be a tick warmer, but I doubt it. Temps in the 20s, man. And people saying good morning. Gary saying good morning to Lori. Lori, how was your job yesterday? You were scooting around Corolla back and forth up and down the roads. Everything good? I guess it was. Yeah, Mike, I agree. I really do. There's a lot of roads that haven't been touched in some of these areas because it just was laying down faster than a snowplow, if you had it, could keep up with it. They were worrying about the main roads, of course, first. That's their priority list. My drive was actually really good. It was just wet. I was really, really worried I was going to run into some black ice because my outside temperature on my car said 30. So I thought, well, there's always a chance. And these roads looked glassy, wet, like it had just quit raining. And it was still misting this morning. And the wind, man, overnight the wind was blowing too. So the bridge, the Washington Bond Bridge, it was fine. And all the way around up to, by the time I turn off the bypass in Nags Head, just before you get to Kill Devil Hills, it was okay. Yeah. I bet those stores were busy yesterday. Everybody getting their bread and milk and other necessities as well. And you got home. Oh, good. Man, I'm glad you make it home before it started. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ride in from Roanoke Island was fine for me. Thankful that it was. Could have been a lot worse. I mean, it was it was something else. I remember a month ago when we had the first winter storm, I stayed in Nags Head and had about maybe a mile and a half drive to the radio station. And the roads were covered, man. Didn't look like anybody had driven. And it was drifting and blowing. So that was a big difference 1 month ago to what we got here. That is for sure. No, not really. We saw a lot of snow. In fact, you know what? It snowed this morning here, Mike, and it was a beautiful snow, still just coming down, but it wasn't sticking to the roads. It was sticking to our walkways, our deck walk, our cars, the concrete right there beside the building. But, we're blessed that it didn't lay down and just give us a fit. So kind of thankful for that, really. Because I'm the guy that's got to be here. I've got to be here for you guys. So I look at it as work more so than any other day. Just the thought the night before, what am I going to run into? What kind of road conditions are there going to be for me? Am I going to have any trouble? Am I going to have to call somebody and say, I can't make it across this bridge this morning, guys? Until I can, somebody else is going to have to go and fill in for me. I hate doing that because it's my job. So same thing with your jobs. If you couldn't make it in, you'd be worried about it too. So let's see. Okay. And Victoria, a hard ice snow, unlike the fluffy snow we had. Yeah. I heard sleet quite a few times yesterday when I poked my head out the office door. I could hear just hitting everything. Gary, did you notice there's a high number of elderly people in Florida? He has trouble dodging golf carts in the grocery store parking lot. Dude, man, I can see where that would be an issue. Absolutely, I can. But hey, man, go with the flow. It's like island time here. Just one of those things you deal with. Scooters, like Mike says, Gary, how about scooters? Now, Mike, you might not remember Gary nostalgically talks about the Vespas that he and Sharon had years and years ago and the cool driving around they did with those. Maybe he ought to get a Vespa, he and Sharon, and relive those years long gone. Good idea, bad idea? I don't know. I was talking to somebody else this morning about this. Do you think we'll get any more? Of course we might. Who knows? But the further along we get in February for our part of the country, I think the better off we are, and the chances start going down as to whether we could get a big snowstorm. So, but if, I lived in Virginia for many years. Gary lived in Cleveland. There's probably 4th of July before you're out of the woods there and no snow. Probably, right? Speaking of Cleveland, or his suburb of Cleveland, Richfield, that's his main home. Gary said 5 inches there. And nothing in Ocala, of course. I bet Sharon does miss those grandkids. No Vespas for you guys? Oh, yeah, if you can find one. Yeah, that they are rare, aren't they? Mike, I agree. Spring can't get here fast enough. Spring's a great time of the year in North Carolina. Fall is too. I love fall here as well. So, all right. So we have Today in Music coming up on the radio show, which we're going to break away and go to. You guys can talk amongst yourself, and I'll catch back up with you in just a few. We'll cover a few things. I've got to cover some road conditions and Today in Music. So hang on. Be right back with you. At least the weekend's almost here, right? I'm feeling that. I am. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah. Mike's up. Your station for the Killer Hits, 102.5 The Shark, Brian Adams and Tina Turner. It's Only Love. Your home for the Killer Hits. You found it, 102.5 The Shark. It's 824. Bill and Cindy in the morning. Killer Hits all day. Your Shark forecast, cloudy, of course. Continued breezy today. And a chance of some lingering snow showers or rain showers could be out there. High today of 34 along the coast, around freezing if you're inland. And these are highs today. So, like I said before, not a big melt-off day for your snow and for your road conditions. Cold weather advisory is in effect for tonight. Clear and blustery cold. Low of 25 along the coast and 20 inland. Winds gusting to 30 miles per hour tonight. So just going to drop those wind chills way down. Stay inside if you absolutely don't have to go anywhere. Don't. Mostly sunny, breezy tomorrow, high 39 along the coast and 35 if you're inland. Right now, 23 in Ahoskie, 38 in Buxton, 34 in Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark. Road conditions, of course, vary around the area. We got a lot of snow in some places yesterday. Roads are still snow-packed in some areas, especially secondary roads. 158, 168 heading north towards Virginia, looking pretty good. The bypass along the Outer Banks looking pretty good. As you get closer to the sweet spots where a lot of snow fell, you're going to still see some snow-covered or partially covered roads. Be careful. Be a lot of slow snow going there. And Plymouth to Williamston and beyond, right in that area, still, even the main roads, some of those are really, really touch and go this morning. Be very, very careful. And closes and cancellations, you can find those at our website at 1025theshark.com. Full list there for you. It's time for Today in Music, and that is brought to you by Bojangles. At Bojangles, they serve up those hot, fresh, made-from-scratch buttermilk breakfast biscuits, and they do it all day. They're pros at this every single day. Anytime you're ready, it can be Bo time for you. 2017, David Cassidy told People magazine that he was suffering from dementia 2 days after giving what appeared to be a sort of drunken performance at a concert in California. He told the magazine that both his grandfather and mother had the disease later in life. Cassidy passed away not long after that from organ failure in November of 2017. He was 67. Let's see, 2016, a lock of John Lennon's hair sold for $35,000 at an auction in Dallas. It had been clipped for nearly 50 years in 1967 for Lennon's appearance in the film How I Won the War. 35 grand. All right, 2003 in West Warwick, Rhode Island. You might remember this. This was a sad, sad thing. 99 people were killed when a fire destroyed a nightclub called The Station there in West Warwick, Rhode Island. Fire started with sparks from a pyrotechnic display being used by the band Great White. Caught some stuff on fire inside this club. Ty Longley, guitarist for Great White, was one of the victims of the fire. Isn't that something? 1997, Ben & Jerry introduced their ice cream flavor fish food named for the rock group Fish. 1996, singer Barry Manilow was involved in a 5-car pileup in Los Angeles. 1992, Paula Abdul and actor Amelia Estevez got engaged. It was to be their first marriage for both of them. 1991, Bob Dylan awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 33rd Annual Grammy Awards. Music birthdays today. Rihanna is 37 today, and Brian Luttrell from the Backstreet Boys turns 50. And that is Today in Music. Coming up within 10 minutes, news and weather together, plus more killer hits on the way. All right, hang on just a second here. Be right with you. All right. Just getting everything going here in the right direction. All right. Okay. All right. April, no more snow in Cleveland. Is that the magic month, Gary? I was thinking it would be later than that, but maybe not. Bethy's talking about scooters. Bethy, she lived here on the Outer Banks for about 10 years, I think, and just moved to Florida. And Bethy used to work with us here at the radio station, and we kind of miss her because she's in Florida. We don't get to see her face all the time, but we get to hear from her here, which is so cool. And so she mentioned that they had scooters here on the Outer Banks. She liked being a rider better than a driver. Gotcha. And she also talking to Gary here. Okay. So she's saying you can't drive regular cars or golf carts. Oh, she's okay. She's got issue with all the golf carts too, Gary. I think she's irritated by them too. So I don't know. I'm not amongst them. We have plenty of golf carts here in Dare County. That's for sure. And you can drive them on some roads. I just got to look out for them, just like a bicycle. Yeah. And later on, Bethy's Jason got a motorcycle instead. I got you. Very cool. Very cool. Mm-mm. All right, so officially we got a lot of snow last night in some places, and it looks like it's moving off, and at least off the coast this morning, leaving us with some, I guess, some scattered stuff for a few hours. But it's going to be cold for the next few days. Mike mentioned that it might be closer to Monday before some of the stuff really started melting away to the point where we noticed it. So continue to be careful driving today and even tomorrow morning. Doesn't look like the stuff's going anywhere fast. So I just got to say that. Uh-oh. Here it comes. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Bethy says, not the golf carts so much. It's the 95-year-old people who drive them. She lives on a golf course. Well, that's different. I got you. Mike, I have not heard anything about that since yesterday. Nothing new that I have seen. Excuse me. I think they're still looking. But we'll update you as soon as I find out something different. Yeah, Perrin, we did get a little bit more snow during the night for some folks. I could tell that because the rain went away here in Nags Head for a couple of hours, and it was just almost barely a drizzle. And then about 7:30, it started, maybe 7, started to snow again, and it was laying down on our walkway. So wow. Hey, Foy, good morning to you. Yeah, we're talking about the snow. We're talking about golf carts in Florida, old drivers. Foy says we got 8 inches of snow in Franklin. That's quite a bit. You didn't run into Jim Cantori, did you? I know he was not really that close to you, but he was in Virginia Beach. I saw that. Mike, I think you're right. I think they've named him. Yeah, obviously, but have they found him? That's a good question. Yep, then snow. That's right. So it could be there. Let's check the radar here and see what we got here. I've got a couple of messages. Could be from our engineering department. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nothing there. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm checking the radar. Mm-hmm. All right, so officially there's not a lot of radar coverage anywhere in northeastern North Carolina, although you probably could still be seeing some flurries, some light snow showers or rain showers. It's possible. There's another band of snow in Western Virginia and Western Carolina, and let's see if it's forecasted it can get anywhere near here. It says it's not, although I wouldn't rule out some of it zipping through here in the afternoon after it breaks up. I can see these little clouds flew by on the future cast. So don't be surprised if you see another little burst of snow showers later today. Could come back at us again. Okay, Lori Lee says, enjoy a nice cup of coffee. Going to make some chicken parm today and relax. Oh, that sounds good. Man, that sounds real good. I saw a recipe for something. Let me see, did I send it to myself? Hold on. I did. Okay. Something called creamy Parmesan Italian sausage soup. Okay, so you take it's creamy like a potato soup would be. Almost looks buttery. Pretty good, but it's got Italian sausage. You take the casings off the sausage. You put some let's see, chicken broth, diced tomatoes, some Parmesan cheese, baby spinach. I would even say you might even get away with some roasted peppers or something in there too. I don't know, but it looks really, really, really good. I don't know if you can see this or not. Oh no. I'm not going to be, well, I wish I could do that for you. And I can't. It's a pot of soup, and it's got great, looks like it's really, really good. So if I was off today and I could relax, I think I'd be trying that out. Lori, I would. I'm always excited about new recipes because we get kind of in a food rut. Does this happen at your house, anybody? You work all day, you come home, and really the last thing you want to do is to think hard about what to cook. You're thinking hard at work. You know what I'm saying? And it can be frustrating. No, I haven't done that yet. I'm looking forward to that this weekend. I'm going to do some really good homemade macaroni and cheese with a couple of different kinds of cheese. I like that. And I'm going to throw some of that country ham in there that Lori helped us prepare. Thank you, Lori. Okay. All right. And Gina, she's commiserating with me on the whole idea of what are we having for dinner? It's like, my gosh, we have to figure this out every night. It'd be kind of tough. And then then you take the risk if you surprise everybody else with what's happening. Somebody's going to go, oh, I'm so tired of that. I was like, man, I just spent 40 minutes cooking dinner. Thanks a lot. But whatever. You know how it goes? Parents, as always, it's a struggle, isn't it? Oh, okay. All right. Meal prep. That's a good idea, Bethy. Decide what you're going to have over the weekend for the whole week. That's a lofty goal. I think it's a very lofty goal, but I think it can be done. Lori, no, there's no ticket window Thursday. There's not, but you know what? I will give you guys a sneak peek of some things that may be coming our way. There may be some concert tickets in the week or two ahead. There may be some Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus tickets for some folks, maybe some family 4-packs for grandma and granddad, the grandkids, or mom and dad, the kids. That's happening in Norfolk, and is it Norfolk and Hampton? Something like that. 2 different performance nights or days at different places. So that's coming in February. In March. So we'll be giving some of those away. So you get those to look forward to as well. And who knows what else will show up, right? Victoria says, better be nice to the horseradish man. And that's Gary. He's the horseradish man. Can we just stop by for ham biscuits? Wouldn't that be fun? I'd love it. Tortellini sausage soup. Okay. So it's the sausages in the tortellini and like a Tuscan chicken and pasta. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Sounds real good to me. All right. What would you and Perrin like for dinner? Okay, let's play that game. Hey, Perrin. Hey, Gary. What do you guys want for dinner? I'm cooking tonight. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, Mike. All right. So from what I understand with the Ringling Brothers, they decided to hang it up, so to speak, a couple of years ago with, I guess, the criticism over the animals. We're talking the elephants and the horses, I guess, I think. I suppose, in retrospect, there's more to the circus than just the animals. And there's a lot of folks that still loved other parts of the circus. And some of it's really exciting. So I think that's what they repackaged. It's the performance part of the circuses, the excitement, the motorcycle tricks, the trapeze, the dancing, the swinging on the ropes, and the motorcycle in the cage, and whatever, that kind of thing. The clowns. So I think that's what it's going to be. So that's what's going to be part of Ringling Brothers as we move forward, from what I understand. Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Gina says no sausage. It's separate. It's separate. Oh, okay. I gotcha. So it's just a tortellini. Okay. What else? No animals. I don't think it. I think that's what we're dealing with. I do. Boy, I like the circus too. I really do. Parents says she was thinking the same thing when she saw the commercial. All right, so Gary's got some plants that he's greenhousing, so to speak, until it gets warm enough to plant outside, and they're getting bigger and bigger. And Gary, I saw some pictures he posted yesterday of these, and everybody's asking him what kind of plants they are, and he says, "Well, I'll give you a clue. You can't smoke it." So it gets a good thing. Peppers, tomatoes, and pumpkins. Ooh, all right. Very cool. All right. Very good. And I think Victoria's talking about the golf carts or the scooters and the age of drivers, and should they have a cutoff age? I don't know. I think individual ability might be a better way to go. And Victoria says she thinks it depends on how alert a person is, not the certain age. I agree with that, but it's got to be a way. Maybe if you're going to get into this, maybe there's a good way to gauge that. You know, I think it's not a bad idea at all. And let's see. Yes. Perrin, we did. We've got that on automatic. This experiment is evolving, so that happens automatically now. Okay, at 8:30, it kind of fades away and goes to someplace else. Okay, so and you know what? That's something that once we get everything together and sort of worked out, we'll explain to you exactly what we're going to do with it. This is not going to change. What we do here every morning, this is the core. This is what we do. But we're going to allow other platforms to see what we do, not just the Facebook Live. So that's what we're working towards. We're having a lot of success and fun with doing this. You guys are a big part of our Facebook community and our Shark family on the radio. And you just make it all just works. It's a great community thing too. We talk about a lot of community things, and sometimes we have guests in here too. I mean, you've seen that from time to time as well. And we'll take a few minutes and talk to them about something big that's happening. Maybe it's a festival or a light show, or I don't know, a concert, who knows? So that kind of thing. So Lori, I did not even have to ask for it. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if that's good or bad or not, man. All right, so we'll roll the credits. I sure will. Thank you guys for joining us again. We really appreciate you guys being a part of this. Cindy and I stumbled into this. This was something that Marco started years ago here on the Shark on Facebook. And there were big shoes to fill. And we jumped in here, and this was something that turned into be a great thing for us. Something we enjoy doing every day. So, you can just say that right now. Absolutely. All right. So credits are rolling rawhide. You guys have a great day. We'll be back. It'll be Friday tomorrow. I'm sure there's still going to be some slick spots to talk about and some cold temperatures. Stay warm tonight. You're going to need it.